Your chia. Your. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 570. Oops, live. I actually just found out how to play music. Let me see if I got it working. Hold up. I was supposed to have Capo on, but he ain't responding, so maybe he can join in while we're in. I tagged him, so hopefully he comes on. Let's see. Let me try to play this real quick. Hold up. This is a track by Capo called Block Rough. I don't know if the rough is supposed to be on it, but the song's hot as shit. Let me play it for y'all real quick. Let's see if it works.
It's going down for my niggas. I let them fry for my When I'm on the block, I make it look easy. I got to work. I am the plug. You know that they need me. When I'm in the field,
where it is working. Shout out to Capo. See this, bro. When you want to come on, you can still come on, bro. I can add you on it.
I got to work. I am the plug. You know that they need me. When I'm in the field,
what up, cool?
Shit like it's 3D. Take one of the vibes, take 4 of yours, and shit can get greasy.
I know it's Friday, everybody's, out doing their thing.
Take shots at the double, cause shawty, you know what's up, I cannot love you, I promise. That petties I count them up, niggas be loud as for talking, but never on timing. I'm gone, cross the moon. Niggas can fit in my shoes. Singing copy these facts, I'm a 10 and a half, and niggas don't move how I move. Ain't no breaks in this game, they on snooze. The table is set, they on full. Ain't no kicking like FIFA, I'm go like a visa, I'm sliding and dipping these moves. Bad bitch for the stool.
Hey,
okay, do what they do. Ain't no cuffing the trust and just down for the fucking. She talking about Mary and who. Ain't no
this is Blocked by Capo.
Keep on talking, we coming
I forget
for you.
who's on the track. Let me check.
I'm go for the bad, pop up like tits in a room.
When I'm on the block, I make it look easy. I got to work. I am the plug. You know that they need
Oh,
me.
don't say who's on the
When I'm in
track.
the field, shoot shit like it's
I think
3D.
there's someone else on it,
You
though.
take one of the vibes, you take 4 of yours, and shit can get greasy.
Pretty sure I can't hear it, though. I can only tell because I'm watching my live right now.
I got to work. I am the plug. You know that they need me. When I'm in the field, shoot shit like it's 3D. You take one of the vibes, you take 4 of yours, and shit can get greasy.
What you calling my phone for? Man, these bitches be different. Man, these bitches be hitting. Thinking they Jordan, but they need a pimpin'. Just to be claiming a ring for real. Baby, I really be pimpin'. I don't mind them fiends at all. Nigga, they really be skipping. 6 a.m. for the jiffy. Double the deuce, they get it for 60. Yeah. I'm talking that butter. They know I be on the block with my brother. Preach, I'm here for the breach. Not money, not sorry, too busy. I don't have a ringtone. That shit was buzzing since stimmies. 49 never messages. I know these niggas don't like me. My BM is understand like me. Knowing she wishing a nigga was like me. Read it a week.
yeah.
She text me for real.
I
Like
think this
texting
track
her
with
sleep.
Cass.
I don't got time for
Shout
that
out
nonsense.
Cass.
I got to the bag, I was
When
on
I'm on
sex.
the block, I make it look easy. I got to work. I am the plug. You know that they need me.
Alright. What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of 570 Live. My bad, my guest isn't here, so I decided to still go on. I have to give the people, the show. What am I supposed to do? But, yeah, I was supposed to have Capo on, but he stopped responding. I tagged him. So if he calls in, he can still come on. But what up, everybody? I was gonna ask him a bunch of questions. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn my mic up a little bit. My bad. Yeah, I was gonna ask him some questions and whatnot. Talk about high school. Talk about how long he's been doing music for. Talk about if he's dropping a project soon, like an album. Blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. But it's alright. Get him another time. Shout out to 1500. Shout out to Capo. But what's up with everybody? I know it's a nice day. I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of people that come on today. But that's alright. People will watch it later. But, yeah. I was hoping he'd call and be on. I'll give it a little time. I wish people were in here talking to me. I'd have something to talk about. But I can play the track for y'all until people start coming. If y'all want to hear the song again. Doesn't matter, because I'm going to still put it on. Alright.
Aye, Madenko. I think that's the one, you know.
I'm actually gonna add my brother. Matter of fact, Les Cap hits me up. I mean, he can still hit me up, but alright, I'm about to call you, bro. So I ain't up here just talking to myself. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second. I've never done this live, actually. Let's see. Damn, today's been a messed up day, y'all. Everyone's sick in my house. Man. I guess it's just a messed up episode, I guess. But it's episode 18. Hopefully I can get my brother around here, at least something. He said, oh yeah, I'm here. But nah, he ain't replying either. What the hell is going on today, man? For real. I've tried, y'all. I'm trying. Check out my stickers, y'all. I had to put a sticker on my chair. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. You see that shit? Fire. Fire. Hit me up if you want a sticker, y'all. I know there's a few people that already told me that they wanted one. But yeah, I got these stickers. I got these stickers. And then I got the original. Boom. That's what I just put on my car. Those are my favorite. Nah, I think that's my favorite. But that one matched my car, so I had to put that one on. But yeah, I don't know what's going on today. Today's a weird day. I'm probably not even talking to anybody right now, but let's see if I can get my brother to actually come on. I don't know why he would tell me, yeah, bro, come on, and then not reply. Yo, you gonna come on? Nah, I called you on Skype. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, yo, called you like twice. Alright. You're good. Alright, yo, one. Alright. At least I ain't gonna be talking to myself. Alright.
Aye, Madenko. I think that's the one, you know.
What up, Darian? Hey. What up, Willie P?
Wow, walk down in them niggas.
Willie.
Don't play around with my niggas. It's going down for my niggas. I let them run for my niggas.
When I'm on the block, I make it look easy.
I got the work, I am the plug, you know that they need me. When I'm in the field, shoot shit like it's 3D. You take one of the vibes, you take 4 of yours, and shit can get greasy. When I'm on the block, I make it look easy. I got the work, I am the plug, you know that they need me. When I'm in the field, shoot shit like it's 3D. You take one of the vibes, you take 4 of yours, and shit can get greasy.
I'm fighting anxiety, feel like the pressure, nigga, I can't move around it. My demons be talking, just roll up upon it, cause these got me feel like I'm drowning. Take shots at the double, cause shawty, you know what's up, I cannot love you, I promise.
They're like,
Places I count them up, niggas be loud as fuck talking, but never on timing. I'm gone, cross the moon. Niggas can fit in my shoes. They can copy these facts, I'm a 10 and a half, but niggas don't move how I move. Ain't no breaks in this game, they on snooze. The table is set, they on food. Ain't no thinking like before, I'm go like a pizza, I'm sliding and dipping these moves. Want a bad bitch for the stool. Low key, do what they do. Ain't no cup in the trust and just down for the fucking. She talking about Mary and Boo. Ain't no snakes on this side of the zoo. Keep on talking, we coming for you. No cover, we mad, don't go for the bad. Pop up like tits in a room.
When I'm on the block, I make it look easy. I got the work, I am the plug, you know that they need me. When I'm in the field,
I don't even know how I. Yeah, bro. Skype uses your Microsoft password.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's an iPhone thing. I don't know. But and I'm like, damn, what is my Microsoft password? It said for security purposes I was signed out. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's weird. I actually put my microphone back, or my camera back a little bit. It actually looks mad clear.
Yeah, it does.
But I know it's Friday. A lot of people aren't worried about watching. I don't know. I consider doing switching up my days. Just because Friday, a lot of people are like, you know, worried about going out, getting drunk, all that, you know.
Well, yeah, younger people anyway. But people just be working.
That's
especially
true.
Way prices and everything are, bro. Everybody's just trying to
Yeah,
work.
everything's up. Shout out to all the hard workers.
Facts.
Yeah. I just came home. I had to freaking go to the store to get like medicine. It's like this stuff you can get for kids that it'll like clear out their nasal system or like the mucus out of them. You put it in their tub. It's all like natural stuff. What up, Fonzie?
Hey,
Fonzie. Bro, wait a minute. Did you change your name again, bro?
Oh,
or
me?
Is that your other Facebook? Nah, Max.
Oh, word.
Yeah, Capo was supposed to be on, but I don't know what happened with him. He just stopped replying. Oops.
He pulled a Houdini.
Yeah. It sucks, but the show must go on. So
Yeah,
change the
word.
name of the show after. I played one of his songs though, so shout out to him. You know what I mean? I still held up my end of the bargain. But yeah, I'm supposed to get Dante on. He said Wednesday, which he's smart for, because that's like the best show. Wednesday night for some reason. Well, I guess because it's in the middle of the week. Mad people are watching. You know what I mean? People are bored. But hold on a second, I gotta change my hat. Not change it, but move my hair. Cause I'm an island boy trying to make it.
Running around butt naked. Bro, I swear I can't sing a song without making fun of it or like making my own lyrics to it. I swear. Every song I sing, I'll be making fun of.
Alright. So what's up with you, bro? Let's talk about some cool shit.
Shit. Finally got a whip that's mine.
Did you pay it off and all that? Or you still have to do all that?
Nope, it's completely paid off. It's mine.
Oh, you got it all done?
Yeah, I'm hyped.
That's what's up. Yeah, you weren't gonna find that for that price. You weren't gonna find that.
Yeah, I lucked out right there.
Yeah, it's
So-
a nice ass car.
I'm just happy to be mobile, bro. Especially
I
being
know.
stuck in winter. Bro, winter time is like it
Hell.
feels like
Without
Oh,
a car.
oh yeah, and without a car. But just winter in general.
Yeah, I feel that. But damn. It's hot, bro. I have my fan on in here. Like, I never have anything on, like, in the background. But I have to have my fan on because it's so hot, bro. There's, like, a little side room that has, like, a bunch of stuff in it. Mad hot in here. But what up, everybody? What's up with y'all? Let me try to draw more people in so they can ask some questions.
Friday, the weather is beautiful.
Yeah,
the babies are.
And I'm trying to do a show on my birthday, bro. I'm really gonna try to do that. I gotta convince her to do it because it is supposed to be like our anniversary. So I want to try to do like my anniversary, like go out to eat with the kids and stuff, and then find like a babysitter after and do the show. So I already got Pun, Max, L. I already got 3 people that say they perform Frequency. So hopefully I could actually make a dope ass show. But I gotta have her answer and be all in before I could just be like, yeah, bet we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Either that or I'm going by myself, or I don't even know, bro. I can't hear you though. You're muted.
No. Yeah, I did. My bad.
No, you're good.
Penny's out here wilding out, of course.
What up, Ron? What it do? Damn, I just realized. Now I just figured out because he asked me like, yo, you want to play some of my songs? I'm happy he did because now I finally went out my way to figure it out. So it's not like I gained something out of the situation. Now I know how to play songs on live. You know what I mean? So if I want to play any of my tracks in the background, which I own everything up, I could do it. So like if I want to have like an intro song, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I could do it. I can't hear you, bro. You're muted. Oh, yeah. I see you were muted on purpose.
Yeah, my bad. This one's wilding out right now. She always picks the perfect time.
Well, that's intentional. You know how kids are.
Yeah, well, she's got company. And, of course, Abby's doing her thing. So she wants more and more attention because she sees Abby having fun.
I feel that. Shout out to the Steelers. Hey. You know what it is. Everything I do it big. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. The weather today is really good.
I don't.
Damn, man. I kind of got thrown out of a loop now.
Hold on,
kind of being canceled at the last second kind of threw me out of a loop, but I'll figure it out. I always do. Let me go to my my Facebook and actually pin this to the top. Oh, it is pinned. All right.
Telling you, whenever, like if it was planned and like I knew I was gonna come on today.
I know, right?
Right, but I swear, God forbid, I just want to do anything randomly. They're like, nope, they're probably upstairs, honey.
Nah, I feel that, bro. But yeah, man, I gotta start coming up with like segments, getting everything all in. I'm finally starting to like be able to figure out the whole program and everything. So, damn, man, I really like this damn sticker. I wish I could have put this one on my car. That one. Is that the one you put on your car?
Yeah.
That was a fire one.
I got that one. The one that just came in.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Those ones are like for the whip though. The whole round one.
Yeah.
With the black back one. Those are perfect for any whip. Honestly.
I know. That's why I put it on the back of the chair. Shit's fire.
Yeah, facts. That's what I mean. It's like perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, this is one of them damn days. The kids are all damn sick. I'm probably gonna be sick soon. So
that always sucks, bro.
I know, and it's nice as shit outside, so they're all sick. And I'm sitting in the damn house. No! Damn monsters, bro. They always fucking explode. Fucking on my damn keyboard now, bro.
Oh no, but I can't even drink those. I swear to God, any kind of energy drink, as soon as I consume it, bro, my heart's like butter, 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 butter,
Yeah,
butter,
right.
butter.
Only a little bit. Nah, I feel you. I've been drinking them for so long. I actually started off with Red Bull. I started drinking like I used to hustle at Joey Crack's house. I used to stop at what's that convenient over there? Not Bull's Head.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Boulevard.
Boulevard. The one over there by the greenhouse. I can't even think of it. By Noons. I used to go to that one all the time. And like I'd be like just walking around selling weed and shit and drinking a whole bunch of monsters. Not monsters, Red Bulls. I'd buy one and just literally walk all around and just sell weed in that whole area. And I didn't even live over there.
Yeah. One of my homegirls used to live over there. Kristen. Whoa, bro. I swear. We used to walk over there to chill every day. My homegirl Kristen. You should remember her.
Yeah.
You know her. We were like,
wait,
like
Kristen who? Not Culver.
Yeah.
Culver?
Yeah, she lived right around the corner from where Joey used to live.
Oh, word. Shout out to Jimmy. I don't know if he's still my friend down here. I don't know. I know he got a kid and stuff, but shout out to Jimmy. Good dude.
That's my right there.
Yeah, I was going to talk about high school. We graduated together. Class of 2011, y'all. If y'all in school, finish school, man. Or get your GED. One of the two.
Bro, if I have any advice to anybody who's younger than me,
run away from stay,
bro, and get to a bag, bro.
Facts.
Get into something that is gonna make you money, save you money, and teach your kids finances.
Yeah, for real.
So make sure you learn, because I highly doubt they taught you in high school.
we in high school we did take a class called money management. We had in Northeast. We had to go to like the building over there on the side. What the hell was the name of that building? You know what I'm talking about, where the wood shop was. I actually heard they closed that down recently.
That's part of the other school now. Yeah.
Yeah. So we used to go over there, and we had to go upstairs, which I used to always sneak around, bro. I'd like go. I looked like in the rooms down there to see like what was in there and shit. It was just like a whole bunch of old desks and stuff. But yeah,
bro.
They gave us a class called money management, and they like taught us how to write checks. They taught us like a lot of things. They were like, you're gonna need this in the future. Like you're gonna need this. And a lot of kids didn't pay attention, but I did. And that's why I'm decent with business right now. I kind of know what I'm doing.
They need to teach more than just how to write checks. And they need to teach like about IRAs, 401ks.
Well, they did teach about that. They did.
They did?
They taught us about that. But it wasn't like very super in depth, but it at least like went over the fringe of it. Like it at least gave us some. It educated us to at least know what it is. Like I kind of knew what a 401k was before I got one. You know what I mean? Which I technically still have one. I guess like you could just transfer it to different jobs you work at.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
You could pretty much do that like anywhere. You could, because I have an IRA, so
yeah.
But I'm actually like researching and studying on that a little bit more too, because there's certain kind of like accounts that you could put your money in where it's tax free. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna put my secrets out there right now.
My secrets? I got all these secrets.
Like if people want to learn, I got no problem, teaching them. But
yeah, I hear that.
There's so many things that are left out of life, and that's because, like, honestly, my humble opinion, the education system in America is the most broken system.
Bro. It's been set, like, they show, like, things in history, how things evolve. And America's, like, been stuck at the same spot since, like, the 1930s. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since, I'll say World War II. Actually, that is, like, the 1930s, right? And 40s.
Yeah. The 30s early.
So around that time, we really stopped evolving education. So our education's like stuck in this big ass circle that's like the same BS that like kids aren't learning from. Like I know college students that I'm smarter than, like a lot smarter than. And I'm not like knocking on them. It's just that they're taught certain things that like isn't real educate. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
that, and then you got the whole social justice crap where kids are going to college for things that aren't gonna matter.
There's really you can really go to school for like social injustice. Like that's a thing.
Whatever.
That's a thing.
Like,
going to school for social injustice.
Bro, no. I'm just saying that whole movement. You got these people that are like, we're gonna go to college for theater and you know, gender studies and this, and then like, but what is that gonna get you in life? Okay, you got a degree in this, but where are you gonna make your money? You know what I mean? But they do it because it's righteous.
I almost went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia, and then I almost went to the Art Institute of Tampa. But like I didn't because I was told my whole life like you're not gonna make money if you're in art. Like you have to choose something that it's hard. It's crazy to think. But matter of fact, I'm gonna have my boy. He's gonna help me like touch this up. He's gonna show me a lot of things to do because he actually went to school for this. He went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia. Then he like transferred. I think he went to school in Oregon or something like that. What up, Matt? And then I think he just came back. I'm pretty sure he graduated. I'm pretty sure he has at least a bachelor's in like engineering or something, some type of thing.
But facts though, like I don't know, the whole education system just needs to be rewired.
Yeah, they need to.
And then the part is that when you got governors and you know, city officials that actually want to change things, they get called all kinds of names. They get run out of office.
Well, bro, you already know the person comes in like, oh, we're gonna do everything for education. We're gonna do everything for education. Democrats, and then what's the first thing that goes? Education. Look what Wolf did. Wolf cut Pennsylvania's education by like $1 billion, bro. It was like some retarded number that he cut it by, and now we're still suffering from that. And you would think that whoever stepped in, I don't know if they did change it, but all I know is that Scranton High isn't doing very well. I know that they're struggling over there, and that's a fact.
Yeah, all of our schools are, and then they cut all the funding for, you know, special needs students. Like there's absolutely like zero funding for any of that, bro. It's oh no, man. It's like it's intentional at this point. It almost feels intentional. They want you smart enough to be able to work their factories and warehouses.
Yep, but dumb enough to not even ever go against them.
Right, exactly. They want a docile, submissive society.
Exactly.
Basically.
That's horrible, bro.
I mean, look,
people know something's going. Like people know that all this shit that's happening is wrong, but no one wants to stand up and say anything.
Exactly. And then the people that do stand up and say something get attacked by the sheep. You know what I mean? Like even though
I know what you're saying, but you shouldn't be saying it that way. What?
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't gonna tell me how to talk? That's like one of our that's one of our liberties, freedom of speech. And you're supposed to exercise that like always. That's like one of the reasons we're America, but we're like not. That's slowly going away, and now we're starting to be monitored. We're starting to be censored. We're starting to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that every great civilization don't need that, because there is a certain point where you do have to be, like, if I'm running something, I do want a certain amount of control. But now it's two hands-on control, bro. It's way too much.
They broke something that takes common sense to understand down into like this complex thing that it just doesn't even need to be that way. It's really simple. We have the freedom to express ourselves, but there is such thing as crossing a line.
Oh, of course.
I don't need somebody to have a hissy fit and throw a temper tantrum, and you don't need to take away, you know, you don't need to censor me in order for me to understand that or for anyone else.
That's why I'm kind of like pissed at the NBA because they so totally jumped on the left, like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Their bandwagon and just rode that shit. Like, that's so corny, bro. That none of them, like, that's how you know they're being paid to do it. Because not one person has said to themselves, like, nobody came in and were like, nah, bro, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, not one basketball player was like, fuck that.
Facts.
That's not weird to people. I mean,
Look, the whole thing going on with Elon Musk buying Twitter. Bro, you literally have people having panic attacks and just so...
why are they mad that he bought Twitter?
Bro, because, Twitter is like the leftist, like, town square, bro. Twitter is like...
Yeah, but I like Elon Musk, bro, but that motherfucker's trouble. Straight up. Why? Because he's so smart. He thinks that that's how the world... Like, he's going to be the reason why billions of people lose their jobs. And I'm not saying it's wrong because he's making things more effective or, like, more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tesla's built themselves, bro.
That's what separates him from a lot of other billionaires, though, is he understands, like, the threshold. Like, he knows where to stop.
Well, he's the person that's supposed to be, like, helping make the robot that gives birth to babies. I heard he's, like, involved with that.
Right, but he also doesn't think AI is a good idea.
It's not. You never seen iRobot? Right? You never seen half of the robot movies?
He's smart enough to do all these, phenomenal technological things. He still believes in crossing a line. You know what I mean? Like, there's just a certain line you're not supposed to cross. But
yeah,
the reason people are so butthurt over Twitter, bro, people are literally crying like, but people are going to come up there and be allowed to say what they want to say, and they're going to be allowed to share their ideas.
Ain't that what we're supposed to do?
That's what everybody does everywhere, guys.
That's like,
but no,
that's like Twitter the great part of America. That's what is supposed to be the great part of America. Anybody could get rich. Anybody could speak their mind. You're not going to be, you can practice any religion that you want, but out of nowhere now that's not what's happening. Like, it's like the opposite, bro.
Bro, in all the Ivy League colleges, and they're turning kids into communists, bro. They're turning kids into this whole social justice. Like,
I don't know that's even a commie, bro. I wouldn't even call that a commie. Commies are tough, bro.
They literally go to protest waving flags, bro. They literally go to actual protest waving communist
more
flags.
Socialist, if anything.
They actually believe,
but it's
communist.
It's more of a socialist thing than communist.
Right, but it's all the same shit.
I
bro.
know, but it's different. It's same.
Socialism is communism. Socialism is communism with a Band-Aid.
Yeah, and monarchy is similar too, but they are separate technically.
Marxists. They're admitted Marxists. Like, they admit it.
Yeah, bro. Shit's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. When you got a platform, and on top of that, sorry for the noise. I'm so sorry. And they're hypocrites. This double standard thing where it's like, I should be allowed to say what I want to say, but if you say something that hurts my feelings, you deserve to be censored and banned.
Yeah, I know, right? Bro.
Like, what?
Bro, I made a post the other day. Did you see the post I made the other day?
Which one?
About Tylenol. There's studies now that they're saying that Tylenol is causing ADHD. There's studies, like, this ain't a proven thing. So if anyone jumps on, like, no, that's wrong. It's a study that says that Tylenol could cause ADHD or autism in your child. Like, it could higher the risks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I made a post about it, and someone commented on it, like some people were talking good. Like, our cousin Tara commented. She said what she wanted to say. She was like, "Yeah, I'm going to school for this, so I don't think it's that. I just think that." But I'm like, I got what she was saying. She was like, they're just doing more detailed studies, so I don't think it's higher. But no, it's definitely higher, bro, because everybody knows somebody who has autism in their family now. And it's not just a little bit of autism, you know what I mean? Sometimes full-blown. Like, So
it went from every 1 in 1,000 to every 1 in 500 to every 1 in 50, bro. In not even a decade. That's
that's what I'm
insane, bro.
saying.
So
So
something is making this happen.
exactly.
Something.
Whether it's the food, whether it's the internet frequencies going through, whether it's what a mixture of everything, whether it's I don't know, bro, drug use.
Definitely, the food definitely has a part to play in it. Like, definitely, because, bro, people really do not know what they eat. They really don't.
Yeah, bro, everything's genetically modified. Even the food, like even farm food, is genetically modified.
Right. All you got to do is flip over the packaging of something, and
Yeah,
read
but the FDA approves everything, and you can't trust the FDA.
right. Also, America is one of the only countries where they do not have to put everything on the label. They don't,
like fake sugar, aspartame
right.
is. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, sugar has literally 1,000 different names.
Well, fake sugar. Real sugar is not as bad as fake sugar. Fake sugar's bad. Like Papa should have been fine, but he was drinking diet soda and doing all this. Like, why is my diabetes getting worse? Because fake sugar is worse than real sugar.
Right, but sugar is bad for the human body.
Oh
regardless.
yeah, it's poison.
Like a way worse effect on the human body than
the human body. The human it blocks your pineal gland. A lot of people don't know that, but sugar blocks your pineal gland.
Yeah, like calcifies it.
So,
think about it. Americans, like our food. Just think about our food in general, bro.
Bro, people eat at McDonald's at least once a week, at least.
Like just everything.
Even poor people could afford a McDonald's once a week because it's easy.
Yeah, it's accessible.
It's the only business that when we had the recession went up. That kept inclining. Inclining. You know what I'm saying? It's the only business since the recession hit, since all the money started messing up, inflate everything. It's the only business that's constantly growing.
That's crazy when you think about it.
Which means people are getting lazier and not wanting to cook.
Bro, people are just lazy in general, and I think that was the purpose, because I kind of seen it. Like, I'm so glad that I was such an observant child, and I noticed things like that. But I could tell. I'd say the end of 8th grade, the beginning of high school for me, and then when MySpace came out and cell phone
boy up in that MySpace,
right? Cell phones became such a normal
they say that's
thing.
The mark of the beast. Cell phone's the mark of the beast.
You just seen people changing. You seen personality, fake. It was like the era of fakeness, and it was like people were so
obsessed with it.
Right, and it was like, bro, why? And then I remember one day where I just woke up, and I just thought to myself. And at the time I was running around in the streets. Most of my friends were gangbangers, and you know what I mean.
Facts.
And I'm sitting so hard to act like them, it always made me comfortable. Like every time I did something, I felt guilty, and then I would be like, bro, I'm not supposed to have this much of a conscience running in the streets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't.
No, you can't at all.
You can't. You really can't. To do some of the things that
I've done a lot of things that I definitely was like, damn, bro, this is bad. I shouldn't be doing this. But I had to do what I had to do.
Right. Of course, yeah. It was like that in all them situations for me too, and it was like, now, bro. Sometimes I think back on that, and I don't know. I still feel guilty.
No, I don't.
And it's like that.
I don't to the people, if I did someone super super wrong, but if I beat someone's ass, I deserved it, then I don't care. But
or a situation that happened that didn't need to happen, and someone got hurt really bad, you know what I mean? Or I just something that weighed on my mind, you know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. As men, it could have just been handled better, but it's like. That's why you say, man, when you run in them streets, you cannot have a conscience. You know what I mean? And that's how I knew I was different. Yep. And then I woke up and I said, you know what? If these if these cats are really my boys, if they're really my friends. Hold on a second.
You good?
Okay.
Oh Lord. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Yo, I love how my voice sounds on this microphone though. My bad.
I'm thinking, I'm like, if these cats are really my friends, they're gonna love me for me. They're gonna be my boy, right? And I'm gonna be that funny, goofy, like charismatic kid that I was like raised to be.
Should have became a comedian, dog.
And bro, honestly, I wanted to be a politician. Honestly, like politics was always like my thing, but I have too big of a heart for politics. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, anyway. Now I can understand why they say you have to be after 30-something years old to become a politician. Now I say that you have to have a certain life experience, but I truly believe.
Did you ever look into the guy I told you about, Royce White?
Yeah.
Fire, bro. Fire.
Yeah. There's actually a what's her name? Oh, she's black too, and she's a Republican, bro, out of Pennsylvania. She's running against Dr. Oz. I mean, I don't agree with,
Dr. Oz is running for something?
Yeah, he's running for governor, I believe.
Oh, wow. Never knew that.
Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But yeah, bro. She's black and she's a Republican.
I feel like a black Republican, some other die for my brethren.
A woke Republican, as she says, which I think is like a contradiction in itself.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. You know me with the word woke. I feel like it got hijacked and stolen and turned into something that it isn't even supposed to be used for. Woke originally was a great word. Originally, woke was a word made for us.
Right. It had a good meaning. It was
meant like that you were educated, spiritual, and you knew what you were talking about. Like when it came to like serious matters. Now it just means like I don't even know what to. Everyone's woke apparently. So you take that, you know what I mean? Take that how it is. So like being woke isn't just dropping acid. Being woke is like understanding why you're here, understanding that like if the world keeps going the way it's going, it's gonna end up bad, bro. Like no, there's not one person that is watching this or is educated at all that could say if this world keeps going in the way it's going, that it's not gonna fucking crash.
Right, but there's
no way. There's no way that you could sit here and be like, "Oh, this is sustainable."
The other wants that to happen. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they want martial law.
Right. They believe that they have to end the way things work now in order to create their socialist dystopia. You know what I mean? Like they actually. Capitalism is like evil.
All America is Rome 2.0. When you really think about it, all it is Rome 2.0. And what happened to Rome towards the end? They got really corrupt, super corrupt.
Right. But see, this is where we need to not make the same mistake, right? As Americans, right?
It's history, bro.
There was a constitution.
Yeah, there was a constitution that now things could be written over and amended.
They can't. It's not as simple though as it's not as simple as people make it look. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're still doing it. Like how they're allowed to spy on us because of terrorism, but we're not terrorists.
As an American, you can still argue for your government to abide by the Constitution, and they cannot argue with
technically.
You. They can't.
Yeah, but you act like the cops won't throw you in the back of a cop car for something. Like if I got big enough on here, or when I get big enough on here, and I start talking like this, and and people are like, yeah, and I start making like a fuss, like, oh, something's happened. They're trying to pass a bill that's trying to take away one of our rights. Say they're trying to pass a bill that
that's intimidation.
That social media, you can't post whatever you want. There's like pre-written things that you have to post on social media, and that's it. You know what I mean? If they ever do that, let's just say. You know what I'm saying? And people like are and I start speaking out against it. They will silence me. They'll find a way to go out of their way, freeze my money, or get me fucked up by cops.
Right, intimidating,
exactly.
Like they did to every other one.
The government's the mob, bro.
But this, where that can change,
bro.
That was the whole
That's
purpose
not the
of what I was about to say.
Hold up. As a matter of fact, speaking of that, right? Think of this, right? There is no way that there's not a ton of OGs out there that don't work for the government. I've heard this before, like through real people that know what they're talking about, and they're like, "Yo, bro, there's no way that these OGs aren't out here lasting for 50 years and aren't working with the government somehow."
Yeah,
there's no such thing. You can't gangbang your whole life. It's like impossible. You're gonna end up dead or in jail, or you know what I'm saying. Or if you're lucky enough to get out, then you're not gangbanging. You know what I mean? So technically, you're not gangbanging still. So yeah, you might still rep it and be like, yeah, that was my past life, but you know I'm still all about that. But you're still not actively in the streets, and that's how you survived. And you might just still get shot later in life if somebody runs across you that knew you from back in the day or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, word that wants to stay. Yeah, word.
So, how is there people out here that are 58 still I mean, come on, bro. I know somebody personally that was supposedly a high-ranking gang member and got just recently arrested for some questionable stuff, and now he disappeared. So what does that mean? He's probably disappearing, going to another area and building it all back up, bro. I'm a whole different person now. No one knew his real name either. So, how are we? I found out his real name because when he got arrested, but then I looked up his case, seen the case, then the case disappeared. How's the case disappear, bro?
Yeah, only somebody with federal power got the...
Like, that's the strange part. And that happens out here a lot, bro, a lot. There is a lot of fucking weird stuff. But yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a billion motherfucking snitches out here, and it's not just like a simple case snitching. It's like a habitual snitcher, somebody who like constantly is getting in trouble and telling on people because they keep getting caught, but they constantly put somebody else involved with law enforcement because they themselves keep getting caught, but that person didn't get caught. That's the problem I have with it. I was just talking to them. But yeah, this area is just filled with a bunch of snakes and rats, bro. And that's half the reason why a lot of people just, don't talk, or man, it's crazy. But
yeah.
Then again,
all I was saying,
if you don't live that life, I don't hold you to that standard. If you're just like some corny dude, not corny, but if you're just some straight-edged person and you tell on somebody, who am I to sit here and be like, yo, bro, he's a whole snitch, but he doesn't live by the same codes as me, so how am I going to tell him he's a snitch? Yeah. You're a tattletale, yeah, but what if, I don't know. So, but... What's up, people? I know there's only a couple people watching, but we did have like 7 at once.
But
my last 2 episodes kicked ass, so it's okay to have a down one.
One thing about our country is that people, and this is the purpose of it, is that the people don't fully comprehend that they have the power.
Yeah.
So they can argue about,
we have the power, bro, but the power is always manipulated. Because they say we have the power, we go to vote, but what happens if you're going to vote and there's a guy sitting there with a blicky? Like, nah, bro, you ain't voting for who you think you're voting for. It happens. That's how people... That's how Al Capone controlled Chicago back in the day.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah,
though,
but
bro.
It's happening in different ways now.
You ain't doing something like that today. The way people cheat today is by mules dropping hundreds of thousands of votes in drop boxes.
Yeah, you seen what was happening up at the... Remember just recently I sent you? That there was a whole bunch of like people coming from random times of the night to the airport?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that too. But I'm talking about a bigger picture, a picture even bigger than that. Like if the average American was to wake up and be like, you know what, bro? There's no point in me having more than you. Or there's no point in Democrat and Republican. Because the Democrats and the Republicans just both sent $40 billion to Ukraine.
That's crazy.
And that was a two-party decision. So hold up a second. You're sending $40 billion to Ukraine
while your economy is going down the drain.
That's our tax money. That's our tax money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So what I mean is where people
look at the price of everything. Milk is freaking $5,
right.
$6. Gas is $5.
But when Americans actually stop and are able to critically think and say, you know what? Why have this two-party system? Why have this? Why have that? You know what I mean? And people actually start working as one. Do you know what I mean? And if every American did that, bro, you'd be able to take down the government in 45 minutes.
Yeah, but
45 minutes,
you already know why we can't do that, though.
Yeah, because people are sheep. Because people are too busy bitching and nagging about the little man's problems.
Not even just that. People won't come together, bro. People aren't interested in coming together. People want their own shit. You know what I mean? Like, just me as simple as this, if I, like, try to build a team around me and get a whole bunch of people to come help me out doing this, you know how hard that would be? Because everybody wants to have their own thing. Everybody wants to, 570 Live, nah, I want it to be my name,
That would send a better message that would work for everyone.
Yeah, but
I know what you mean.
That's
I know what you're saying.
The world works, bro. And actually, Punt said something to me yesterday. He's like, nah, bro, there is a good fan base here. Like, there really is. But he has to realize he's a different type of person than I am. He's a different type of person than you are. But Punt's a very universally loved person. You know what I mean? Compared to some people out here.
Yeah, he don't choose sides.
Exactly. He's not very, but I do get him, and he is right, and definitely to a point, because I do have a lot of supporters that watch this. There's a reason I get 400 views almost, all these, that's not by luck. There's people actually watching, whether they talk, whether they don't talk. People are clearly watching, you know what I'm saying? So, clearly I have some sort of support, but the thing is how am I not... I don't know if it's because I talk about, I feel like I need to grow. But then I read something that in order to kind of succeed on Facebook, you kind of have to put money behind it. You won't break anything unless you get lucky.
Yeah.
It's only going to show to a certain amount of people. You have to be in the algorithm. If you're not in the algorithm, you're not going to do it. You're not going to pop up in people's news feeds. Like right now, I probably popped up in, like, I don't know, I'll probably say like 300 people's news feeds. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I should be doing more than that. If I'm tagging 50 people and those 50 people, let's just say 10 of those people are watching, then I should be popping up in more news feeds. But that's just not how it works.
Yeah, money is always a shortcut, definitely.
Unfortunately.
Right. That's the way it works, yeah.
I mean, but yeah. The NBA playoffs, bro. Kind of threw a curveball.
Bro.
Yeah, the playoffs are happening. It's kind of weird. Because, like, I seen the Ja Morant, the person's jersey who I have on right now, one of the illest young players in the NBA right now, one of my favorite players to watch. He just got injured. He's gonna be out for the rest of the playoffs. So it's the Warriors versus them, and the Warriors lost to them without Ja Morant, but the Warriors are gonna win. So it's probably gonna end up being the Warriors versus the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. I think the Suns are gonna win, and then it's gonna probably be. I don't even know if it's gonna be a rematch of last year because now the Bucks are injured. Now Drew Holiday's out and Chris Middleton's out, and just Giannis is in. So how the hell are they gonna make it? I don't even know who would make it in the Eastern Conference then. The Sixers are all messed up. Joel Embiid broke his face and a bone in his shooting hand, or a ligament in his shooting hand. So he ain't going to be able to... He ain't going to make it through the whole playoffs. The NBA is starting to come down to who's the healthiest team. Like, every year is starting to become that.
Yeah, I don't even know who's in the playoffs.
It's the Mavericks versus the Suns, the Warriors versus the Grizzlies, the Sixers versus... Oh, no, the Sixers actually... Who is it? The Sixers and... I can't think. I know the Celtics are about to lose. Oh no, they're probably gonna beat the Bucks. I think if they're in Game 7 and the Bucks are hurt. Unless Giannis scores 60 by himself with Bobby Portis, I don't think they're gonna be able to beat a Celtics team that's way more complete and has all its stars. But yeah. I hope everybody's enjoying their Fridays.
Right? Hold on a second.
You're good, bro. I'll probably go off soon. I've been on for like, I don't know, 40 minutes, just talking, blabbing. I appreciate people that definitely watched, because I know it was supposed to be a different episode today, but that's all right. We'll get back on track Monday. I'm sick anyway a little bit, so I kind of woke up a little tired right now, but I'm powering through it. But yeah, bro. I heard Roman Reigns is retiring or something.
What was I just reading? I was just reading. Yo, do you know how many people he's related to?
Yeah, The Rock, the Usos, Rikishi, the Samoa, the one guys or his dads, the Crazy Samoans, or one of them are his dad.
Yeah, one of the tag team. Yokozuna.
Yokozuna's Japanese.
No, he only played that. He's really a Samoan.
Is he really?
Yes.
Oh my god, I never knew that.
Yeah, he only played that role. He ain't Japanese at all.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Well, they're so kin to each other. It makes sense. That Polynesian blood is definitely real kin to Asians, and well, pretty much same thing. But yeah, Native Americans, Asians, you know. What up, Lucas Hex? My guy.
Yeah, that's my man right there. He's funny.
Yeah, I want to get him up here someday.
Yeah, he would definitely be a good guest,
real.
yo.
That definitely, a lot of people come to watch him, bro. The last 2 episodes I had Frequency and Pun KP. They both did really well, like super good. That's why I'm like kind of chill. Like, oh, I didn't have my guess. You know, normally I'd probably say, oh, he ain't answering. I'll just do the episode tomorrow. But I'd rather just do this episode today, get 150, 220 views, and prepare for next week, because next week's going to be dope too. Hopefully I can get Tommy on, because I've been wanting to get him on. He was supposed to be on Wednesday, but ended up having to be Pun ended up coming on because he said he ended up getting busy. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just trying to get some cool people on that people want to listen talk. Like, Pun was dope. He was like, he brought a lot of his own people. Same thing with Frequency, Danny. He brought a lot of his own people, so they already had like 250 views by the time we were off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I could do this show on my birthday. That'd be fire,
Yeah.
man. Cause
that'd be official.
I don't go out, I don't do anything, so that's why I'm okay to do this on Friday. But a lot of people still do. Shit, a lot of people that I normally do watch me, I could tell they're not on because they're probably doing something. It's Friday. It's a nice day. The weather's great. I'm gonna have to start switching up my days. Maybe making it like I would have to be like Tuesday, unless I did Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday 3 days in a row, and then took the rest of the days off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd kind of be smart, just because it's the middle of the week and people ain't doing shit. Monday, people, I don't know, Monday's hit or miss.
Yeah, if I was to ever have a show, it would be 1 day a week, probably.
Yeah, I hear you.
Or I would drop.
That's what KP was saying with his show. He just did it 1 day a week and just went all out on that episode. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Mine would be, I don't know how much I would actually go live. I would kind of probably leave that up to you for the most part. Mine would be.
I just like the live aspect. I don't know. I always wanted to be like live, do like freestyling pretty much on camera. I just like that idea. I think that it's cool to be able to interact with your fans. It's cool to be able to interact live and answer them while you're doing whatever you're doing. But I'm not totally against, edited videos.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, mine will probably be edited, and then I'd probably be going like
Gescheitel. Hey.
drop little few minute videos throughout the week or something. Like if I had something to say or remind people what I was going to talk about. So it would probably be on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah, I just wouldn't do Sundays because I love football too much.
Oh, definitely.
You know me.
If it was on a, would be after the football game.
Well, I am definitely going to start doing a Saturday show. It's only probably going to be like a half hour. We're just going to do picks and stuff live. You know what I mean? Me and my homie, we're going to start doing picks and stuff when football comes back. So it'll just be like the games of the week. We're going to choose our teams. And then at the end of the year, hopefully, you know, we can have the wins lined up. And I don't know, maybe we'll compete or something.
That'd be dope. You have to.
I want to have like at least three people on it. Like Corey will be out by then, hopefully on August, maybe. Hopefully if he gets out in August, hopefully. So I'll have a Green Bay Packers fan. It'll be a Steelers, a Giants, and a Green Bay Packers fan, which would be dope because they're like all different. You know what I mean? They're all different divisions. No one steps on each other's toes. So it would be dope to have those three different points of view of the fans and different picks. You know what I mean? Corey's like super into sports now, so
of course, it's good when you got like, you know, at least 2 or 3 people. Like definitely.
Yeah, I know how to like. I have to find a way to like move the pictures, like even my picture, make it smaller, and then I'll like add like a little background type thing. Because there's things like a picture that you can get where I could just take my picture. It'll just be the whole screen, and then I'll just take mine and put it in a box. Take yours, put it in a box. Take someone else, put it in a... You know what I'm saying?
A green screen.
Well, no, it's not even just that. It's, I don't know how to explain it. Like, right now, I could mess with my picture if I wanted to. I could, like, take my whole video and make it mad small and make yours big if I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, word.
So there's a way to do it. Damn, it's still 73 out. I wonder why I'm freaking sick, bro.
Yeah,
damn weather going back and forth. But these guys both got their, I told you, like the whooping. What's the name of that shot? Tdap? Yeah, they both got their Tdap shots. You know the Tdap shot?
Nah.
It's for whooping cough. They say they recommend to get it. So, I mean, I know. But it's for like whooping cough and some stuff like that. So, she got it and my daughter, Alexandria, got it. So... because they both got it, they both have symptoms, and I guess maybe because they're around each other, it made it bad, and they both got it.
Why did they make her get it, though? What, because she's pregnant?
She's pregnant, yeah. And she has to get the other shot, too. I forget what it's called. She has to get a different shot because she's R negative or something, her blood type.
Yeah, RH negative.
Yeah, so she has to get that other shot, too.
Type, bro. That's like such a rare blood type. Bro, where's that black smoke coming from?
Said. Oh, must be a fire. But yeah, bro. My computer actually has to update. I wonder if it's going to do anything cool. Well, yo, Windows 11 is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's fire.
But yeah, I appreciate you for coming on, yo. And I'm happy that I actually did come on, too, because I found a way to set my camera up a little bit better, and it looks a little clearer, too. But good looks, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of 570 Live. You want to talk about anything else before we go, B?
Nah, I mean, not really.
You have to get your computer so we could do our shit, man.
Yeah,
and I can limit this to 2 days a week, you know what I mean? And then we could have our show on one day.
Yeah, I gotta, there's just a few things I want to tackle. I want to get out the way, and I want to make sure I got all the money, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I told you I can make it so it's not super expensive. I got you. I know everything that you need to get, so you're not constantly running into something else new that you get. You know what I mean? Something else you have to buy. Because that's what happened to me. I had to buy one thing, then I thought, like, oh, shit, I got it. No, it wasn't like that. Then when I bought the camera, I thought that it was just going to be easy. Like, oh, I'm just going to shoot the video on my camera and then do that later. And I was like, nah, that's kind of stupid. I mean, I could have just ran my camera to my computer and did videos like that and, like, pre-recorded, But I was like, nah, I want to be able to look at myself and, like, use it live. So I found out how to do that. Now I found out how to do that, but my computer wasn't good enough, so I had to get a new computer. Boom, a new computer. Then I found out after I got that I had to get this thing called an Elgato because that's what it has to click into. So it clicks into your computer, and then you can stream. So I had to get that.
Right.
Then I had to get my battery kept dying while I was on live, so I had to go get a freaking battery that plugs to the wall. So it's like a whole big process, but you know, it was worth it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I definitely appreciate you, bro. I'm definitely gonna go out here and eat some food. Happy Friday, y'all. I don't know if that's the thing.
No, I heard it's supposed to rain the next few days. That sucks, but hey, at least we know that the nicer weather's coming.
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't want to go back to Virginia, man. I want to go to visit again. I want to bring my daughter there.
Oh, definitely. We should try to set that up before the summer's over.
Hopefully. Virginia and Steelers game, bro. That's my goals.
Yeah, fact. So. Big facts. I would love that Steelers game.
Hell yeah. But yeah, bro, I really appreciate you. I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you. I'll text you after. But
yeah,
I appreciate everyone who watched, all 9 of you. But I really appreciate it, though. Hopefully this gets a little bit more views than I thought it would. I don't know. But y'all just seen another episode of 570 Live. I think this was episode 18. That's a good luck number for me. So, yeah, appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Howdy. Yes, sir. Scooty hoo.